Many changes are happening across our community, including even more access to transportation is on its way right here in Greater West Bloomfield and beyond. The Western Oakland Transportation Authority, otherwise known as WOTA, is increasing their coverage schedule to 7 days a week. It's already in business and can help you across our community and beyond here in Oakland County. Joining us for more information on this big change and how you can get access is the director of the Western Oakland Transportation Authority, Kim Viener. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.
Yeah, glad to have you on to talk about this because it's a massive expansion of the Western Oakland Transportation Authority, now available 7 days a week. So take us through that decision to expand this to be every single day of the week that people across our county, and particularly in this coverage area in Western Oakland County, can get access to this transportation.
Well, as you and I both know, our lives don't end just because transportation isn't there. So we originally were running Monday through Friday, and we expanded those hours in the beginning of 2023 to expand to 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Later on in the year, we expanded into Saturdays for several of our communities. By the beginning of 2024, we were in all of our communities for Saturday travel from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we started a pilot program in a couple of our communities on Sundays to see what kind of turnout we would have. And we've had great turnout, and a lot of our other communities have been asking that we expand into them. So starting 2025, we have expanded into Sunday hours. We are open 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. We've been taking a lot of people to church, lunches afterwards. We have some workers. Even medical testing can be done on some Sundays at a lot of places. So we provide this service to 12 communities, which are Highland, White Lake, Waterford, Rose, Holly Township, Holly Village, Groveland, Walled Lake, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Lake Angeles, and Kego Harbor.
Yeah, and so that's 3 of the 4 communities that make up Greater West Bloomfield as it is, but that's a massive part also, those 12 others, you're talking about 12 in total that this covers. So who is this service available to in particular?
Well, that's another thing that we opened up this past year, or in 2024, is prior to we were mostly open to elderly and disabled, low income, and veterans, but we are now open to anyone 18 and up. It doesn't matter what your status is, if you have a disability or not, if you're a veteran, as long as you're 18 and up and you live in one of those communities, we are providing transportation. Our transportation is $2 each stop. We pick you up at your home, either door to door or curb to curb, depending on if we can access up your driveway or not. And then we take you to the door of wherever you're going to as well.
7 days a week for anybody 18 years of age and up. More information can be found on ridewota.org. That's ride, WOTA.org, the Western Oakland Transportation Authority, serving here in Greater West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, Sylvan Lake, and Kego Harbor, our beloved Tri-Cities. Kim Wota is the director of the Western Oakland Transportation Authority and joins us today on the Splash Live as they are now expanding to 7 days a week of service. So let's go through a little bit of how this works. Somebody 18 years or up, they're a resident of one of the qualifying communities for this service. How do they ultimately get that ride to their front door and from A to Z, wherever they're going across our community?
So they need to call at least 2 days in advance. We are working on getting more vehicles on the road. We have to hire more drivers in order to get those vehicles on the road. So we are limited as to how many people we can take. But currently we're transporting about 400 people a day. So It's quite a large number, considering that in 2020, you know, we were transporting maybe 100 people a day. And then, of course, when the pandemic hit, we dropped down there, but we've since caught back up. The expansion is mostly due to the millage that everyone is paying in Oakland County. So this is to let you know that your tax dollars are not going to waste. They are coming back. They're being utilized by WODA. We hire drivers that are local. So we're putting money back into the economy that way. We sponsor different sort of senior and community events. Of course, we've been buying vehicles so that we can hire more people to put more vehicles on the road. Last year alone, we brought about 85% of all the tax dollars that our communities paid in back into our community. So it's made a major difference for us and also for the people out there. Last year, we also ended the year with 79,685 rides, which is up from the 50,000 from 2023.
And we know, Kim, that transportation is something that's vital to the community, because for those that are able to drive, and we live in a vehicle-centric society here in the United States, for those that are able to drive, they may take it for granted that they can get to from A to Z so easily, from point A to point B. But for those that don't have their own personal vehicle, this is getting them to, like you said, medical appointments, getting them to jobs, and especially we think about those that have disabilities, whether they're physical or they're cognitive or both, or some variation. This is also really critical for them. So what is the accessibility like for your WODA vehicles as they're picking people up that may have disabilities in our community?
So out of our 58 vehicles, 57 of them are ADA compliant. So they either have a ramp or they have a hydraulic lift that will get everybody into the vehicle. Some of our vehicles can accommodate up to 3 wheelchairs at the same time. So our dispatchers know when somebody registers and then calls in to schedule, we know that you have a disability need, and we will accommodate you as best we can with whatever resources we have. Our drivers will help get people from their door onto the bus and then to the door of their destination. We can't go through thresholds because that opens up a whole can of worms for liability. But we do assist. We will also assist people who have either disabilities or the elderly that aren't able to carry their stuff. We will help them get it to their doors as well. So when they go out grocery shopping, they don't have to look at this and go, oh, I can only get 3 bags because that's all I can handle. No, you can do your monthly grocery shopping and we will assist you to get it up to your door and make it a lot simpler and a lot quicker for our drivers as well.
And it's even more important to know that, because life changes for people, things happen, surprises, pleasant or not, happen. And if you end up injured and you can't drive, you have the Western Oakland Transportation Authority that's there with these abilities to help people that may have ailments or disabilities as well. Kim Viener is the director of the Western Oakland Transportation Authority, who has now expanded their services to 7 days a week. All you need to do is give them 48 hours notice of the rides that you need. You can do that and learn more on ridewoda.org. That's ride, WOTA.org, and Ride WODA is also their handle on social media over on Facebook. Kim, before we let you go, anything else that people should know about these changes or other services that may be available through the Western Oakland Transportation Authority?
So we are offering free rides to veterans and their spouses or their widows. We also, we can take your schedule up to several months in advance. So if you're coming out of a doctor's appointment and you have another doctor's appointment that was set up for 6 months, let us know now so we can get you into the system and we know that you're going to go. Also, we have a lot of riders who do drive, but in the winter, they don't want to. I mean, I would love to have somebody pick me up from my house and take me to Meijer, let me do my shopping. I come out, there's been a snowstorm. I don't have to go and dig out my car. I can just go out and get on a semi-warm or warm vehicle and get taken home. I don't have to worry about all the snow and everything else. So we have several riders who ride us seasonally. We also have people who call us because they did injure themselves and they need somebody temporarily. They're a driver all the other times and they just don't have somebody to be able to get them to physical therapy or get them to their doctor's appointments. So you can ride us part-time, but once you're in our system, you're always in our system. So if something comes up down the road, say you have to take your car in for repairs or something, you can contact us. Again, you have to make sure to schedule it ahead of time, but you can contact us and we can get you there and get your vehicle taken care of and whatnot. So we're not just the simple transportation of just getting to medical and the necessities. We take people to parks, join up with your friends, go have lunch, let us take you there. The whole idea behind WODA is to improve the quality of your life while you're still around. We want you to have as much accessibility as possible.
And there's so much to do in Oakland County. There's so much to do in Greater West Bloomfield. To have a service like this to help you get to all those different places and exciting events, always going to be very well received and be very helpful to our residents here in Greater West Bloomfield. Kim, thank you so much for your time once again.
All right. Thank you very much.